How everyone reads as I created back again with another review. This is a bicycle civil unrest, which is all about the Civil War. There's a branded one and an unbranded one. This one says bicycle on top. At 1861 to 1865, civil unrest on the bottom. This one says CSA civil unrest in 1861 to 1865. And you'll also notice this one's got a sealed with the kind of stars and stripes in it. Well, this one has one that is a little bit different. You'll also notice we got the Union flag and the Confederate flag, and this one reversed. And this one is the Confederate deck, and this is basically the Union deck. So it's kind of interesting. You get one for each one. Unrest series, made in USA on one side, same on the other. As you can see, there's different colors from one to the other. Civil unrest on top, and then just your standard trademark stuff on the bottom. And then on the back, you see the back design. However, I will mention, we'll make a note that this one right here, which has the supposed Confederate back, does not actually have that back design. It has this one because it didn't get enough funding for a second one, which is unfortunate, but not a big deal. So this one stays sealed. So there's your back design basically, and this is standard seal. You get more of those seals on the flaps, and then you probably on the other one get the different one, the Confederate one. Inside you get a couple of ad cards, sort of. You get one which has the actual Confederate back, which has the different seals on it, and it's got red colorings on there. While this one is the one you see on the back of these cards, which has the stars and stripes and a more bluish color instead of the reds. Other than that, basically the same. So this one with the Confederate back has all the Confederate court cards, spades and clubs. This one has all the Union court cards, or hearts and diamonds. It tells you who's on them. And all the spades and clubs are Confederates, all the hearts and diamonds are Unions. You get jokers as well. This is the Union one. It says US in the corner, just like most jokers do, and a joker on top, and USS monitor. And you kind of see it looks like blueprints for the design in the back as well, specs of some sorts, which is pretty cool. And it looks like it's firing in this direction, and there could be a reason for that. Check out the other Joker. This is the Confederate one. It says CS instead of US. Joker on top. You get a different ship, again the blueprint type drawing, and it says CSS Virginia. And if you look at them side by side, they are opposing each other, which is a pretty good idea. I mean, they're both firing at each other, it looks like, and going towards each other. And you put these two together side by side, it looks like the whole drawing actually matches too. Lots of details. I like it. Really nice. Although, when you stick them in the deck, you'll see that they kind of stick out a little bit compared to the rest of the cards. A little bit lighter in color, but not a big deal at all. I really like these cards. So here's the Ace of Spades. It's the Confederate spade pip, and it says Bicycle 88 on top. It's got the Confederate flag, stars and whatnot for the pip, and it says U.S. Playing Card Company, the USA, and Confederate States of America. I bet you haven't seen a deck of cards that says that on it before. The Ace of Hearts is the opposing one. It says Bicycle 808. It's got the stars and the stripes. It says U.S. Playing Card Company, the USA, and United States of America. So that's pretty cool. And you'll see in the background of the cards, here's the Ace of Clubs, again Confederate. You see maps, pieces of maps, rail lines, mainly rail lines, cities, bodies of water. Ace of Diamonds, again, stars and stripes, Union. And this has sketch of the battlefield and Confederate works in front of Williamsburg, Virginia in the background. So it's pretty cool. Lots of details. Quote cards. Let's look at the Union ones first. This one is William Tecumseh Sherman, who was a general in the Union Army. Nice details, although a little bit copy and paste, but that's okay. Everyone does it. Nothing against it. King of Hearts is Abraham Lincoln, President of the U.S., I should know this. Jack of Diamonds, George Meade, General in the Union Army. Queen of Diamonds is Harriet Tubman, humanitarian and Union spy. Apparently they used women as spies. This is kind of interesting. King of Diamonds is Ulysses S. Grant, General in the Union Army. And then the Queen of Hearts is Mary Todd Lincoln, First Lady of the United States. Never understood why they call them First Lady. First Lady of what? Just first in line for everything? Or I really don't get it. Doesn't make much sense to me. But anyways, let's look at the Confederate ones. You got the Jack of Clubs, which is George Pickett, General in the Confederate Army. King of Clubs, Robert E. Lee, General in the Confederate Army, and that's where they got the name for the General Lee in the Dukes of Hazzard, obviously. Then we got the King of Spades, which is Jefferson Davis, President of the Confederate States. Looks a little bit like Abe Lincoln. They can see the Confederate colors in the background, which is pretty cool. Jack of Spades is Stonewall Jackson, General in the Confederate Army, and that's a pretty cool name, Stonewall. Queen of Clubs is Belle Boyd, Confederate spy, another female spy. And finally we get Queen of Spades, which is Varina Davis, First Lady of the Confederate States, and probably the only lady in the Confederate States, because I'm pretty sure there was only one president. I don't know. And, oh, there's the other joke. We saw that already. All the number cards have map details in the backgrounds, and all the pips are custom. Indexes are custom as well. Hearts and diamonds are a really dark red, almost a, brown color. And clubs and spades, they look like a black or a very dark blue. And again, they got the Confederate look. Hearts and diamonds got the Union look. All the cards, if you look at the faces, are 100% unique. They all got different map elements and parts of maps. I don't know if you put them all together if you get an actual map like the Bicycle Escape deck. I don't think so, but that would have been pretty cool. The cards have, of course, a bicycle stock and an air cushion finish. Very kind of elegant, patriotic back design. And the handle grate, I love them. I am super impressed with these cards. I really like the look and the feel. He went all out. He did have another deck, which was the Global Unrest, which is another part of the series, which had to do with the World Wars, Axis versus the other guys. I forget what the other guys were, and whatnot. And it was not successfully funded. However, he will be relaunching. Doesn't that look great? I like this especially because everyone is different. A lot of times you see decks of cards that have a old, dirty, worn out feel, and all the faces are the same, when they could be all different, like this. So, major props for that. It is a little hard to distinguish between red and black, but they're still distinguishable, and they look pretty cool. These, I'm not sure where you can get them, aside from whatever. Oh, I forgot to mention on the back, it says, the back of the box, it says Tomlinson Company, Leroy, Pennsylvania. That's the designer, Robert Tomlinson. His wife has a deck on Kickstarter right now, the Crazy Cats, which is all about cats. I think that's what it's called. Anyway, it's all about cats, and if you like cats, you might want to go check it out. Also, I should mention, I did get a couple of goodies with this. First of all, there's some chips. All of them have a King of Spades and a Ace of Hearts on them. I don't know if you can see that. And they have Heart Club, Diamond, Spade. This one is gray and black. They also have the Confederate flag and the Union flag. This one is kind of orange and blue. This one I like, it's purple and black. And then two of these kind of a neon green and red. Two because they come in sets of 4, but apparently if you shared the project, spread the word, he rewarded you with a bonus one. So pretty cool, and thanks for that. And then there's also some dice. And these dice, if you'll see, they have kind of like stone type look to them, like a quartz or quarry, or like a quartz look to them. They look like stone. And they each got a different pip. This one's got a heart, club, diamond, and of course spade. Pretty cool. And it came in these nice little bays. I like it. That is the Civil Unrest. Probably available at some resellers and card shops, eBay. Like I said, this one, same thing as this one, except that it's a different box and it's unbranded. And be on the lookout for the Global Unrest coming sometime in the next couple of months. And I'll see you next time.